Hey, good morning, everyone. This is RedEyedJedi here. I did plan on making a video yesterday, but I ended up doing a podcast with Deep Flare Space, also known as Indie in Discord. And then last night I was getting ready to make one, and someone had asked me, or I ended up striking up a conversation with someone about cryptocurrency, where we're going, and I ended up spending my whole evening doing that. So here we go. Today we are going to talk about impermanent loss. I know everyone has been hearing this word a lot in the discords, and a lot of people hear it and don't know what it means. So I'm going to go over this document to explain it, and then afterwards I am going to do a little bit of swapping on Flare Farm just to see if I can get a good Arb swap. Last night when I was getting ready to go to bed, I found a good pair, and I swapped for quite a while. So hopefully I could do this again today. Alright, so to start off, I am on the Binance.com website. It's actually academy.binance.com. I will put the link down in the description so you can read this document yourself. But here, I'm going to go over just some of it, not all of it. I'm going to start right here. So what is impermanent loss? Impermanent loss happens when you provide liquidity to a liquidity pool, and the price of your deposited asset change compared to when you deposited them. The bigger this change is, the more you are exposed to impermanent loss. In this case, the loss means less dollar value at the time of withdrawal than at the time of deposit. All right. Pools that contain assets that remain in a relatively small price range will be less exposed to impermanent loss. Stablecoins are different wrapped versions of a coin. For example, Flare Finance will stay in a relatively contained price range. In this case, there's a smaller risk of impermanent loss for liquidity providers. So why do liquidity providers still provide liquidity if they're exposed to potential loss? Well, impermanent loss can still be counteracted by trading fees. In fact, even pools on Uniswap that are quite exposed to impermanent loss can be profitable thanks to the trading fees. Uniswap charges 0.3% on every trade that directly goes to liquidity providers. If there's a lot of trading volume happening in a given pool, it can be profitable and provide liquidity even if the pool is heavily exposed to impermanent loss. This, however, depends on the protocol, the specific pool, the deposited assets, and even wider market conditions. I'm going to go ahead and go over this one too. It says, how does impermanent loss happen? Let's go through examples of how impermanent loss may look like for a liquidity provider. So Alice deposits 1 ETH and 100 DAI in a liquidity pool. In this particular automated market maker, AMM, the deposited token pair, needs to be of equivalent value. This means that the price of ETH is 100 DAI at the time of deposit. This also means that the dollar value of Alice's deposit is 200 USD at the time of deposit. In addition, there's a total of 10 ETH and 1,000 DAI in the pool, funded by other LPs just like Alice. So Alice has a 10% share of the pool, and the total liquidity is 10,000. And let's say that the price of ETH increases to 400 DAI. While this is happening, arbitrage traders will add DAI to the pool and remove ETH from it until the ratio reflects the current price. Remember, AMMs don't have order books. What determines the price of the assets in the pool is the ratio between them in the pool. While liquidity remains constant in the pool, 10,000, the ratio of the assets in it changes. If ETH is now 400 DAI, the ratio between how much ETH and how much DAI is in the pool has changed. There is now 5 ETH and 2,000 DAI in the pool, thanks to the work of arbitrage traders. So Alice decides to withdraw her funds. As we know from earlier, she's entitled to a 10% share of the pool. As a result, she can withdraw 0.5 ETH and 200 DAI, totaling 400 USD. She made some nice profits since her deposit of tokens worth $200, 200 USD, right? But wait, what would have happened if she simply holds her 1 ETH and 100 DAI? The combined dollar value of these holdings would be 500 now. So, like, just right there, you see that, how they explain that? So basically, yeah, she did make a profit, right? She got $400. But because of the way everything fluctuated, if she just had those assets, she would have had 500 now. That's because she's not claiming WIFIN. We can see that Alice would have been better off by hodling rather than depositing into the liquidity pool. This is what we call impermanent loss. In this case, Alice's loss wasn't that substantial, as the initial deposit was a relatively small amount. Keep in mind, however, that impermanent loss can lead to big losses, including a significant portion of the initial deposit. With that said, Alice's example completely disregards the trading fees she would have earned for providing liquidity. In many cases, the fees earned would negate the losses and make providing liquidity profitable nevertheless. Even so, it's crucial to understand impermanent loss before providing liquidity to a DeFi pool. I'm not going to go over the rest of this. You can go ahead and check out the link. But I hope that kind of gives you a better idea, of impermanent loss, what it can be. That's just one example. There could be many examples. Just use your best bet. I always say, take a snapshot of what you've deposited and take a snapshot of, or look at what you're withdrawing and make sure you're not taking a loss. Never take a loss. If you just wait a little longer, you'll make that money, hopefully. All right, guys. So now that we're done here, we are going to do some flare swapping. Now, usually I go with the dark theme, and I haven't added it to the bug submission yet. I will do it today, because here you can see all the numbers, and I really never paid attention because, I like this view, but look you cannot see the text, so I always ignored that, and I was just doing my swaps. But then, for whatever reason, I decided to come over here, and I realized, oh shoot, look at those numbers. Those will help me a lot more in my trades. So maybe I'll go over and explain some of that. Not today. And I will also be doing another, if you guys have seen this, ftso.eu has done upgrade we will go over on their arbitrage tool, so no more inserting values. You could go to the daily Flare Finance yield calendar or calculator calendar. Here you go. And this right here seems pretty fancy. There's a video down here you could watch. Check it out. I will do my own video on this eventually. I need to give this a shot, but I've heard this is very helpful. So, and our other tool is Impermanent Loss Calculator. This one I have not played with yet either. I have been very, very busy. Alright, so yeah, been very, very busy, but I will be going over all of this. Very interesting. So first we're going to the Arbitrage Tool before I even go to swap. Now, hope that isn't going to affect anything. I'll have to check it out in a video. Sorry, mic issues. Anyways, continuing. So the Arb Tool. Right here you put like about the percent desired gain, right? Well, instead of putting 9 is great, but when you hit 9, for the most part, well, okay, there you go. Sometimes you hit 9 and it doesn't show anything, and so I'll enter 1. And it'll populate the whole list. So this is going to give you a small amount. It broke it down a little more to give you an idea of the higher values. So what I always suggest is you look at where your money is trading. Now, I've already taken my wife in out of the farm. So right now I'm holding wife in. That's what I usually look for, is I go wife in, and then what do I want to trade in next? And I think this right here needs to be expanded. Maybe they could add some boxes to check on to add more options, because yesterday, instead of just doing the 3 token swap, I came across a 4 token swap, because if I did just 3 tokens, I was not gaining really anything. But when I was going, and I can't remember if this was the correct order or not, but I would go from my wife in to LTC to USD to Y flare, back to wife in to LTC to USD to Y flare. And I kept doing that, and then the value was dropping. I tried doing like a YFIN LTC to Doge or YFIN Doge USD, and then the values, just the way the market shifted, it wasn't working at that moment. I would have to go and rediscover. Oh my gosh, I hope this isn't gonna be an issue. Anyways, I'm gonna have to rediscover the new swaps. So now that we have an extra asset, I think we need to go from having just 3 pairs to maybe even 4, because that was very helpful. So here I'm going to try and kind of do what I did last night. So I'm looking at all of these, looking at the higher values. Now, since these are all the highest, I mean, they're pretty cool, but I'll try to focus on the 2s first. So YFIN Doge, YFIN Doge, YFIN LTC, YFIN LTC. So it's either going to be YFIN into LTC or YFIN into Doge. There is an XRP P in here and a USD. Obviously, you're going to have all the tokens in there. You just got to figure out the best way to swap these now, right? So we are going here to FlareX. And let me pull up my notes. Don't worry about that. Okay, right click and just create a new one. There we go. That's just for that. The other page is just for YouTube, because I got tired of typing tags every time, so I created a little notepad with all of my info. Anyways, so we will. I was trying to think of how I wanted to do this. I don't want this so wide. Flare finance. All right, so we have our wallet connected. I have my wife in. Now I am going to take this amount, and I'm only going to copy paste right now. So what value am I gonna, I think today's a value. My goal is I want Doge. I think here, let me, so you guys can see what pool I'm going for. Oh, I have to connect my wallet. I don't think things populate. There's Doge USD. I think this is the one I was going to go in. You know what? We're going to do Y-Flare, Y-Fin. Because yesterday, if you were listening to a podcast, I believe, no. Oh, I'm not going to say names because I don't want to give the, I don't want to upset anyone if I, give the wrong name. So, there was a mention that, someone liked using the Y-Flare Y-Fin pool because it is the only pool that is not tied to USD. And so they wanted to avoid USD altogether and try to just swap all crypto tokens only. So let's do that. Let's go Y-Flare Y-Fin. That sounds fun. I was going to do Doge USD, but I haven't heard back from Elon Musk in a while. Probably working on that Neuralink. I wonder, is he going to have a cryptocurrency upgrade in his Neuralink? You just trade by the thought? That'd be weird. You guys ever research that? I'll drop this down here so you can see. So I'm going to put YFLR right here. I'm going to add a few spaces down there so I can bounce back. But this is so I know what balance I'm going to start off with, right? So I'm going to copy, paste. Here, give me 1 second. All right, I apologize for that. I had to adjust my mic. It's not attached to my computer, and I knocked it down. And I didn't want to cause an issue and blow out any eardrums or anything. So, all right. I copied the value, pasted. Now we got it right here. Copy. I'm going to start using my hotkeys, if you don't mind. So Control C to copy, Control V to paste. For Macs, it would be Command instead of Control. So this right here, I just pasted this right here. This way I know where I'm starting. We got this much here. This will just in case for reference. Y-Fin. So this is what we're starting off with Y-Fin. This is how much Y-Flare we would get with this Y-Fin. Now we're going to still take this value and we're going to try to do something else with it. So we're going to go, what did the Arb say real quick? We'll go right back here. So Y-Fin Doge, Y-Fin LTC. So then I go, okay, who has the highest number? The Doge does. So I'll go Doge and then LTC. I'll try that, see if that works. So we'll go Doge, paste, copy. Well, and I guess maybe it'll help if I put Doge. I hope you guys are cool with like this type of work set. It's a little scattered because I'm, doing this all off the top of my head, just going at it like I would normally. Oh man, and I got like the hiccups in the morning for whatever reason. I'm trying not to be gross here. That was totally wrong, wasn't it? What did I do? That was my Doge. So Doji. Can't chew bubblegum and talk at the same time, apparently. Yeah. All right. So just so you guys know what just happened here, because I know I talk about chewing bubble gum and then things flipped, right? So I was going through and doing some swaps, trying to see if I could find something that would make money. Like you can see the notes here. I even updated this a little, trying to find a good swap for you guys, and I couldn't find it. And I thought it would be better to just delete the last 5 minutes instead of forcing you to uh, deal with me trying to make swaps that made no money at all. So I just saved you 5 minutes there. You're welcome. I'm going to do this one last time, like Kevin Cage. One time, uncut. Let's do it. Ooh, look at this one. Alright, so I am not worried about anything but this one, because this one's the same thing, where it's YFIN to USD to YFlare. And if you've seen some of my videos, I always talk about the opposite, and it flips. So let's see. We will take our YFIN, and we're going to buy USD. Control C. I'm doing hotkeys because I don't want to keep right clicking everything. Oh, look at that. Look at that, guys. You're in luck. You see this value? You see this value? This is a swap. I almost made this a not kid-friendly video here. Sorry, I have some favorite words, sentence enhancers. If you ever watch SpongeBob, you'll know what I'm talking about. And then I hit Control V up here instead of C. Barnacles. All right, swap. Confirm. Flip it. YFlare. Dismiss. And then I feel bad because I'm showing you this when, I could kind of tell you guys in the Discord, hey, I found this. Someone told me, as a suggestion, that I should do, which I'm probably not the right person to do it, sloppy. I don't have my Discord channel for me, so sorry if I butchered your name. But he was the #1 samurai in the Flare Finance competition. So he could do a Patreon, but someone told me, oh, I could do it, and then like when I find good swaps, I could jump in. Hey guys, check this out. Swap time. I don't know. You guys think I should do that? Open a Patreon? I don't even know if you guys would like these videos after the competition's done. Should I keep going? Should I work alongside of like a Mickey B. Fresh and Jungle Inc? Because I like those guys. And there's a lot of people that cover XRP. There's a lot of people that cover other coins. And I think we're in a good spot. And I would love to cover Flare Finance products, but I don't know if that's something you all would be interested in listening to. I might just keep doing the swap here for a minute. So, here, you guys want a little bonus knowledge while I do this? This is going to I'm going to make a whole video on this, but because I am swapping, I am going to try and help you out and give you some knowledge while I do this. You're all familiar with smart contracts, I'm sure. At least somewhat. You're familiar with the fact that you've heard there's a such thing as a smart contract. And might not know exactly what a smart contract is. A smart contract is a digital contract that oops, I hit browse instead, is a digital contract that you set the parameters in that contract and it executes. So if Jack gives Jill, $5 on a smart contract because she wants to go down to Starbucks to get a coffee, Jack could say, look, I'll lend you that $5, but I want you to pay me back Friday when you get paid, or Saturday when you get paid. And he puts in his contract, that Saturday Jill pays me the $5, right? She uses her MetaMask. She confirms it. Done. They both confirmed it. Jack, Jill, they both confirmed it. All right. Now, hold on here. What happens if Jill didn't get paid? Maybe something happened. Jill got a flat tire, right? On the way to work Thursday. She spent all of her money, that she had, or Friday. She spent all of her money Thursday, Friday, whenever. So, okay, let me fix this. Jill said, Saturday, give me money, right? Because he's going to be like, all right, you're getting paid Friday. I'll wait till Saturday for you to pay me. Cool. So Friday comes along. Jill's got money. She gets a flat tire. She spends her money to fix that flat tire. But now she doesn't have $5 for Jack, right? What happens? Because that is going to automatically go through. There's no fixing that, right? Now think about this when you're coming in contact with entities like Nexo. I think BitTrue also see, I can't even speak right now. BitTrue and Nexo offer being able to borrow against your assets. I don't know how well BitTrue does it, but I have seen that feature. I know Nexo does it, where you can put your XRP, your Y-Flare, your Link. They don't have ADA on there yet, I don't believe. But you could put your stuff in there, your assets in there, and you could borrow against those assets. And that's great, like you're not having to sell your XRP to buy Chainlink. You can just borrow against your XRP. And yes, they are letting you borrow against your XRP. You just cannot trade it on their website. You can trade different tokens on Nexo, but you cannot trade XRP because they're stupid like Coinbase. But anyways, you have to be careful with those contracts because you can borrow against your assets, but when it comes time to make a payment, they're not gonna, we normally think payment. What's a payment? $50, $100, right? Something small, normal payment. No, they mean when they want a payment, they mean they're taking the whole enchilada. So be careful. Use those kind of services at your own risk. I'm going to go into that a lot more in probably my next video. I know I say this sometimes and it doesn't happen, but that is my goal. My next video is to talk about smart contracts, because it is very important that you have this knowledge. Now, look at the Y-Flare. Look at where I'm at. Look at the Y-Flare and where I was at. Okay, proof. The Arb Tool works. Swapping works. It's all about right place, right time, the right numbers, and paying attention. Like I've been here just talking and swapping, and I see the number here higher than there, and I assume I'm still going the right direction. but at the same time, I'm kind of just going through the motions while I'm talking to you because I want to make money and entertain you at the same time. Haha, that is multitasking. Man, I hope you guys are all excited. Yeah. I have there's some content that I really would like to talk to you guys about. I'm just curious, you know, should I talk about more than just swapping and farming? Would you like information on technology? You know, I'm a tech guy. I love technology. I research technology. But I'm not one that would love that's just willing to get a Neuralink. That's not for me. But swap, 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 making money, making money. You guys are probably like going crazy right now. All right, this is going to be my last swap here, and then I am going to end this video for you guys and upload it. Thank you for sticking through it. Look, we're 30 minutes into it. It's been like 10 minutes of me just talking and swapping, talking and swapping. But look at this. I really don't want to stop. Can't stop, won't stop. All right, everyone. Well, I appreciate the Flare community. We have like an amazing community. Everyone is awesome. I appreciate all you guys. It's fun. And if you're listening to these videos, but you have never been into the Discord rain chat for Flare Finance, there's other ones for other groups too, but I'm talking about for our community, the Flare Finance community. If you've never been in that rain chat, you're missing out because it gets crazy. Like yesterday was pretty insane. The chat room was going so fast you couldn't even read what was going on. Let's see what I've seen. All right, I'm trying to figure this one out. So 0.0. So let's see. I'm gonna pull up my calculator. I don't want to do it on the computer. Anyways, you guys are awesome. The community is awesome. Everyone is really cool. You know, I get a kick out of our community. Like, I appreciate you guys. Let me just say that. Times 4. I kind of messed. How did I get that now? Oh, wait, hold on. Hey, just so you know, decimal points matter. I was just flabbergasted for a minute, trying to figure this out. Okay, so I believe 0, 9, 4, 8, 1, 0. Oh, that's the whole amount. That's the whole shit. Bang, dang, dang, dang. Sorry, I was doing it on my calculator trying to figure things out, but oh, I gotta do that in half and then 0.5. So I would 45, 0.45. Ugh. Now this is something that I have to put in the bug submission. So I'm gonna just control print screen, and I'm gonna submit this bug because I might not be able to do my swap right this second if it's going to be dumb. I'm going to just put 84. Sometimes it's decimal points. There you go. If you have that issue, it's because the top one, the Y flare, had the decimal points. It was 84 point blah 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 blah, right? So it was breaking the hyphen down, I think, too much, and there was just too many characters for it, and I didn't like it, is what I'm assuming. So not sure if I'm right. Yeah, see, I should have went with originally, but sorry, sometimes I want to make sure like there's an even swap, and I was using my calculator, but I did my math just a little off. I was trying to add in slippage, I guess is the word, just in case it fluctuates as I was going, and then it seemed like it was too high, and I was backtracking, and blah, 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 blah. So I'm going to try what I do with USD. Throw $30 into that. And then the rest I'll just go throw in the pool afterwards. It's not 30, it's 30 Y flare, not dollars. All right. Almost done here, guys. I know it was a little bit longer of an ending if you stuck around. Awesome. Yes, the community's great. Let me know, like I said, put down in the comments, message me if you think I should continue doing this afterwards. If you think I should share other articles, if you're interested in technology, you know, should I go on with that? Because I can do videos on, like, you know, the future, glasses, headsets, maybe even little hacks if you're worried about facial recognition, the way you get around things. There's blockchain technology that's coming out that there's actually some that's been out for a while, but you know, it just, there you go, ta-da. And so that's in there, and then we'll see how well this pool works for me. But yeah, you know, I love tech. I would love to do videos on all that stuff if you are really interested in it. That I can do. I could do videos on technology. If you want, I could do videos on Flare Finance from here on out. You know, do a mixture of both. You guys let me know if you're willing to put up with my videos and what you would like to see. All right, guys, I'll catch you later. Like, share, subscribe. I'm in Discord as RedEyedJedi. I'm on Twitter as RedEyedJedi77. I have a Facebook page now, which is RedEyedJedi77. Yeah, just trying to build things up, guys. I don't post a whole lot on Facebook because I'm really not a fan of Facebook. I just do it because I know there's people there that don't like Twitter. So trying to get the flare message out there for everyone. Have a great night. Having a great day, great night. Catch you guys later. Bye.